Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So 2016 is shaping up to be the year of conventions for me, and so I thought that in the lead up to MCM Comicon in London in October I would do a few cosplay oriented sort of videos. I'm getting in quite a lot of new lenses, wigs and costumes, and so I thought that I would give you guys some tips and reviews of the sort of products that I'm buying, and hopefully if any of you are cosplaying or looking for sort of reviews on certain cosplay items, this might be helpful to you. So for my main cosplay in October when I go to MCM is Yang from RWBY, and so I thought we would kick off this series of videos with a wig review. So I haven't opened this yet because I wanted this to be my first impressions of like the base product before I've had a chance to mess about with it, just how it is straight out of the box. So things that it needs to be when you're cosplaying is the right colour, the right length, the right style. So this was advertised as a Yang Xiao Long wig, so I'm going to see how true to the actual anime it is. And I actually have a little Yang figurine to help me out with that. Okay, so let's open it. So like most wigs, it comes in this sort of hairnet, which I don't know if you can see, but I'll take it off. It comes protected in this hairnet, and it has some paper just to keep the cap sort of area. So the first thing I notice as I'm shaking this out is, I've just seen it's got Yang's little hair flick on the top. I might, it's a bit long for her and it doesn't stand up, so I might tweak this a bit. So this wig definitely imitates Yang's gorgeous curls, and I'm actually quite pleased because it does have like these little flicks. I'll show you it from the front. It does have these very short flicks that Yang has on her hair at the sides, like just below her bangs, kind of near her ears. They sort of flick back and up, and it does have those, so I'm really impressed about that. One thing I'll say is it is a very bright wig. It might not show on camera. It's looking like it's showing a bit more of a natural blonde on camera. It's a little bit, not quite fluorescent, but it just leans towards that sort of really vibrant yellow rather than more of a natural blonde. And I know Yang is like yellow, but her hair is not quite this exact shade, but I don't think you'd really notice. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to pop the wig on and see how it looks on me. Okay, so here's what it looks like on, and I'm sure you can probably see like these, get off, these like flicky bits at the back here. I was quite impressed that it had, seeing as I figured it would be quite hard to get a wig that did that, but Yang's hair does that, and I'm very glad this wig has that. It does have the little the little flick on top if I can get it to stand up. I think if I cut it maybe about here, it would look better. So it is a very soft and neat and curly wig. This is about as much of the back as I can show you, but this is the length, and it reaches just about to my waist. So I am quite tall, so this wig might look longer on you if you're shorter. For me, it's a little bit short for Yang, but I think this is the longest wig in this sort of style where it actually looks like Yang's hair that I could find, as opposed to just like a long curly blonde wig. So the bangs, they're a little bit long for me, so I'm going to trim those before I go off to London, but they are there, and I suppose it's better to have them long because if you have a large forehead, they'll be the right size for you. But if you have a smaller forehead, you can just trim them. It's easy to take away, it's not so easy to add on. So I have had a little bit of shedding in this wig, not much, and it just seems to be like a bit that just wasn't stuck down properly, I guess, but it's only a teeny tiny bit. So I'm looking at my little Yang doll to tell how accurate this wig is, and Yang's bangs, Yang's bangs, are longer at the edges and shorter in the middle. I don't know if you can see her. If you can see, her hair is shorter in the middle of her face and longer at the ends. So this wig's pretty comfy. I want to say like an average sized head, but I've never like measured my head for anything really. I feel like I've got a pretty normal sized head, so this wig would probably fit most people. Just had a tiny bit more shedding of like one really thick like really thick hair. So the wig is quite comfy, and I do have really long hair. I don't have very thick hair, but my hair is pretty long. It's not the longest it's ever been, but I am able to sort of get it all in the wig cap quite easily. This wig did go on pretty easy. I didn't have to like thanks. I didn't have to like faff about trying to fit my hair underneath this wig, which was really helpful. It's not tight or itchy on my head or anything like that, and it feels nice to the touch, like it's smooth. It's a little bit itchy at the front where the hair's been cut. Yeah, so if I can flip the wig over, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but underneath the cap, which is just like a regular cap, you have all this hair which is sort of scruffy and like bunched up, and I assume that's there to sort of keep it in place. It does itch just a little bit on the scalp, but I didn't really notice it unless I was actually playing with the wig. The cap inside is just a normal wig cap. It has the little things for you to extend it or tighten it if you want to, and attach it to your wig cap. Okay, so I did get this wig from AliExpress, which is sort of like eBay, except pretty much everything is from China. It's basically like a Chinese eBay sort of, or more like a Chinese Amazon. So what that means is that you can buy this wig from multiple different sellers, and a lot of them come direct from a factory in China. So sometimes this makes the wigs cheaper, but more often than not the prices don't really change. You just get a lot more choice and a lot more options when it comes to which vendor you purchase the item from. So if you are looking to get this particular wig, I will put in an image of what it looked like in the display. There are going to be probably hundreds of wigs that all have that exact same display image. So I will link below the exact place that I got mine, but it might be sold out by now. They come and go, they get relisted all the time, so it's no guarantee that you're going to be able to use the exact listing that I used, but if you find one with this image as its display picture and look for one that has good reviews, then I'm sure that will probably be the same wig, if not a very similar wig. Now I know that I've said this wig comes from China. It cost me about what the same as it would cost me to get this wig in the UK. It's made completely of synthetic fibres. It is a cosplay wig, not a realistic wig, and I think I paid about £18 for it. I will put the price somewhere, either here or in the description. I think the wig took about 2 or 3 weeks to get to me. Obviously I'm ordering all my cosplay stuff in advance, and I have ordered a lot of wigs from AliExpress before, and I know that China postage can take a fair while to get to the UK, which is where I live, so bear that in mind if you are going to buy from overseas. I personally don't mind the wait, because although I'm buying something that's the same price as it would be from a UK seller on eBay, I'm sort of cutting out the middleman, and I'd rather have more choice in the sort of wigs that I buy. For example, on eBay there's not a lot of Yang Xiao Long wigs, whereas on AliExpress there are dozens and dozens of them. So my final thoughts on this wig are, it is going to be adequate for my cosplay. I kind of wish it were just a little bit longer, or that the shade were just a tiny bit different, but I don't think it's going to really make much of a difference to my cosplay. It's not going to make me unrecognisable. I don't think that like 3 or 4 inches of hair length would make anything more to the cosplay. I don't feel like it would add anything, and I don't feel like having it a few inches shorter than it should be is particularly going to take anything away from the cosplay. I am going to adjust the wig. I'm going to cut the bangs to sit right on my face, which is obviously going to be unavoidable because no two people really have the exact same head size or forehead size or so on and so forth. Definitely comfortable to wear. It's one of the easiest wigs I've ever put on, I think, because it has a stretchy, well-made wig cap. I'm really pleased with the style of the wig. The little accents that make it like Yang's hair, her little flick on top, and the way that it sort of flicks back and out around the sides of her face. I didn't think the wig would look as accurate as it did in that respect, and so I'm really pleased about that. So I would definitely recommend this wig to sort of casual first time cosplayers, or if you're just going to cosplay this character a few times and you want something that is definitely going to make you recognisable at this character but maybe is not 100% like a professional, extremely accurate wig. If you're doing something like a professional photo shoot, I might recommend something a bit more pricey. But for what I want it for to wear as my main cosplay on the Saturday at London MCM, it's pretty perfect for me, I think. So I think that's it for my review of this wig. I do plan to do more reviews of things like the lenses and cosplay costumes and accessories that I get along the way in the lead up to MCM London in October, which coincidentally is the weekend just before Halloween, so even if you're not going to a con, this might be helpful for your Halloween costume plans. If you'd like to see more reviews like this or reviews of other wigs that you've already seen me wear in previous videos, let me know in the comments section down below, or leave a like to let me know that you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see the rest of this series as it comes out, and please check out the rest of my channel for more cosplay and con themed videos. I have done quite a few videos already on things like circle lenses, latex ears, that sort of thing. As always, I hope you're doing well and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!